Hey guys, it's India, or Riding Under the Stars on Tumblr. Again, sorry my video was a day late. I tried to go downstairs to film yesterday, and the basement was full. So yes. But today, I just wanted to talk about a few things. And yeah, please, if you have any ideas for videos, let me know, because I want to talk about what you guys want to talk about. Not, not necessarily the ideas that I come up with, so I need you guys to tell me what to do. Yeah. So, a few people asked me last night to talk about horse shopping and horse shopping in general and my experiences with it at the moment. So, for those of you that don't know, I am kind of in the market for a horse right now. It is not 100% definite, but I have been looking at horses for sale. I found this horse 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, named Cosmo. He was a 17-2 warm blood gelding. He was either black and white or he was sun bleached because he looked tricolor to me, but he was a paint warm blood, and I loved him. We clicked right away. He had the best personality. He was the sweetest horse. He was an eventer, but he hadn't been ridden in quite a few months. And when he had been ridden within those months, he was only worked like once a month or something per se. By the way, if there's any background noise, I'm in a dorm. Anyway, moving back to Cosmo. His name was Cosmo, and I loved him. And we were gonna have to bring him back into work really slowly, and that was fine by me. I've done that before. I've done that 2 or 3 times before. That was fine by me. And so we went to get him vetted, and we were all really hopeful, but it turns out that he had some issues, so he couldn't stay. But I'll clarify his issues. So, one thing that we already knew about is that he has a weird back. So he just needed to get a saddle fitted to him so he wouldn't crow hop like he does. But the reason he had a weird back is, one, because he had his just has a big back with withers, but he was also really underweight. He moved weight, so he was thin and his shoulders don't come out as much, so he just had a weird back and saddles didn't really fit him right. So we need to find some of that. And the vet also found that his front feet were more sensitive, and that it could have been navicular. So that there were tests to find that out. And also, this is one of the more worrying things, was that he had ulcers on his tongue and in his mouth, and that his lymph nodes were swollen. And the vet said that this was very concerning because it is pretty rare for a horse to have that. If any of you know about it, please let me know. I'm curious. But that could be anything from as simple as he ate something bad, or it could be as serious as kidney failure or anything among that. And so, despite loving Cosmo and just clicking with him right away, we couldn't really keep him because our budget isn't that high, and just the money to spend on tests. And my mom loved him too. We were both fairly upset about this for quite a few days, and I still am. But yeah. But the tests to find out, there would have been blood work and other tests to do, would have cost quite a lot. And then if we decided after that to keep him, that we could deal with the issues, but other things happened, the vet bills would just be kind of high. So we decided. So I guess when you're horse shopping, just consider the fact that you need to take in your budget. If, let's say, you find a horse like Cosmo, you find a horse, you click with them, you love him or her, I don't know, it doesn't matter. But if they have issues that you're not going to be able to afford, I suggest thinking strongly about that before you buy that horse, because it would really only get worse if you decided to keep him or her and get more attached to them, and then find out that you can't afford the issues that he has, or you can't deal with them, and having to sell him again, him or her. I'm just going to use him because I keep saying it. It's just really better to consider that, and consider the fact if you're ready to handle it. If you're buying an underweight horse, can you afford everything that you'll need to do? And if If you're buying a project, if you're buying a green horse, are you ready for it? Make sure that you're not getting in too far over your head, because that's never a good thing to do. Just don't go too far in over your head. Only get something that you can handle. But if you're looking for a project, make sure it's like, if you're buying your first project horse, don't buy like an off the track thoroughbred. Not to say all of them are crazy, but just probably not the best starter. But like Cosmo, he was just, for me, Cosmo would have been a perfect first project, because he was already trained, he was already like ridden and everything. He just needed muscle, he needed work, he needed love, and he just needed somebody to take it slowly with him to get him back into work. So that is Cosmo. And so right now I have a horse on trial. Her name is Sangria. She is a 16-2 Canadian warm blood mare. I don't know if I just said, but she's a chestnut. I don't think I said that. And yeah, I rode her for the first time yesterday, but she's been at the barn for like 3 days now. I just couldn't get to her before. Oh, sorry, I missed a part. So I rode a horse a week ago named Huxtable, who is a horse for sale at my barn. And I got bucked off. Apparently he normally is like insanely quiet. Everyone at my barn said so. And my friends have ridden him too, but he bucked me off, and I have a weird / bad back, and so that fall really screwed my back up again. And not only that, but it knocked my pelvis off center a little bit, so one leg was shorter than the other until I went to the trainers at my school and they fixed that for me. But that's a little strange. But so I'm still having some back things right now, but it's fine. It's all good. But no, back to Sangria. So I rode her for the first time yesterday, and she isn't really she's a project, but she's not a project. She's a really nice horse. She's kind of well made, per se, but she just hasn't been in work for a while, and there are things about her that need to be fixed, and there are things about her that need to be changed. And so yesterday was my first ride back after my back. I had taken a week off and been fixing it and whatever. Sangria is kind of a complicated horse. At least she feels like it to me. And so it was kind of frustrating listening yesterday, but also she just did some things like taking off and stuff that irritated my back, so my back's irritated again. But we're gonna go see her later today, because it's the school day right now. I am free. I'm going to see her after school, and we will see how it goes. I haven't clicked with her right now. I haven't clicked with her like I did with Cosmo. I don't love her as much right now, but I'm going to keep seeing her, and we're going to decide. But yeah. So about horse shopping in general, that's my only experience, really. Well, firstly, talk to your parents first and make sure that you have the resources available and that this is okay. Don't rule of thumb, don't buy a horse without your parents knowing. I know some people who've done that. Probably just not a smart idea. But just make sure that you're ready for your first horse. If you've only been riding a year, I don't really suggest getting your first horse unless you've progressed a lot. Just make sure that you have the resources for that. And don't necessarily expect to find your perfect horse on the first try. My trainer tried 30 horses and tried 30 horses before finding her horse, and she got 2 or 3 vetted before she vetted her current horse. And now she has her horse, so it's not going to be perfect on the first try, and you're probably going to have your heart broken 1 or 2 times if you love a horse and you'd let's say you get vetted like Cosmo. Just go in with an open mind and make sure that the horse know what you want in a horse. Go in with an open mind and be willing to really look at anything, see anything, and before you decide, make sure that you are ready, because you don't want to buy a horse and sell them immediately. Make sure it's not too much of a project. Make sure it's what you want, what you love, and make sure that make sure it's a good horse for you. check with your trainer, check with your parents, check with anyone, but make sure that you feel that that is the right horse for you. So that's my opinion on the topic. Sorry if this was kind of wrong. I think I stayed on topic for the whole time. But please, I'm really bad with coming up with ideas for this. So please comment, send me an ask on my Tumblr, send me an ask on my Ask FM, anything really. If you have any questions at all, you can go there as well. If you have any ideas for video topics, that would be much, much, much appreciated. Okay, thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this helped some of you who might be in the situation that I am in, or even if you're looking to be in it. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you. Bye.